Hi, this is Carl's Cousins, and the following question is asking about the highlighted portion of the sentence beginning with early. So let's go ahead and check this out. Early in his experiments, he found that solid fueled rockets would give him neither the high power nor the duration of power, period, which he needed for a dependable supersonic motor capable of extreme altitudes. Well, the first sentence here is totally okay. That's an independent sentence. The problem is it seems that the power is what he needed. So that beginning sentence here with which actually makes this an incomplete sentence. This would be a dependent clause if you had a comma here, and that would be okay. Or maybe no comma at all, actually. Um, but that's not what's going on. So that makes this one wrong. What you want, remember, is in between two independent clauses, you're going to have a period, the conjunction and, or a semicolon, and these are interchangeable for this exam. Now, we want commas between a dependent and an independent clause in whatever order, or an independent clause and a dependent clause. But commas never between two independent clauses. So that's just what you want to think of here. So answer choice B here avoids this problem altogether. So neither the high power nor the duration of power needed for a dependable supersonic motor capable of extreme altitudes. This looks fine, actually. Rather than using this which he needed, we just got power needed for a dependable supersonic. It changes maybe the meaning slightly, but it accomplishes the purpose. Let's see if we find something even better. Power semicolon, which was necessary. Well, the problem here is we said semicolon was interchangeable with period or with the conjunction and. We want this in between two independent clauses. But if we begin with which, and then we were actually even following this with the word for, this is actually going to make this clause dependent, just as which he needed for was dependent. So that wouldn't be okay, even though he needed is now changed to was necessary. It's a semicolon that makes us wrong. And the last answer choice here, power semicolon, that he needed for a dependable supermotor. So same deal here. And actually, you could interpret the word that here to be some sort of object. And in that interpretation, which is stretching it a little bit, if you say he is a subject, needed is a verb, and the object is what he needed, like that he needed for a dependable supersonic motor capable of extreme altitudes, that would be an independent clause, but it's not the meaning that is actually implied by the passage, suggested by the passage. More importantly, it's not as concise as power needed, and it's not in the order that we usually want. We want the subject, the verb, and the object after the verb. If you're a bit confused, the subject is the person performing the action, the verb is that action that's being performed conjugated, so like I do, she does, for example, and then the what is done is the object. Or what is done to something, about something, on something, or just what is done in general is the object. So in this case, he needed that, he would be the subject, needed would be the verb, and that would be what was needed. But that's in that interpretation of it. That's not what was meant, and it's not in the order that we usually want. We've got an OSV here. So that makes B the best answer choice. I hope that helps with this problem, and happy prepping.